here to cut a ribbon here to signify that the BBC and the village, working together in many ways, which I'll describe to you, have been able to completely renovate end to end the grounds of the post office. We've had a huge amount of help from the village, which have donated plans, and from Almstead, who have representatives here, who for 3 years in a row have been removing old bushes and trees and pruning the trees to our request and satisfaction to get them into the shape they're in today. 3 years ago, they were completely overgrown. The metal benches were donated by residents, one of which was this resident, our mayor, in the memory of her late and beloved father. Do you know the name of the other family?
Yes, the Formatos.
The Formatos.
I do know, yeah. I don't know who's on it.
But it'll be in memory of a loved one who's passed.
Right.
As I said, the trees were pruned carefully 3 years in a row by our colleagues at Almstead as a contribution to the post office and the BBC. So let me turn this over to Meg Saunier, who will tell you how this all came about.
Hello. Hello.
The BBC have been using, through the generosity of all the people in the town, have been doing all the plantings around traffic circles, and a number of years ago we started doing the railroads, which I think turned out, the banks of the railroads, which I think turned out really beautifully. And then finally we got the approval to do this beautiful, I think, post office renovation, because if you came to Bronxville, everything else looked so pretty, but this was sort of like an eyesore, and that was a shame.
Who is here is the representative of Almstead. Mike, can you come forward, please?
There we go.
We want to give Almstead and Mike Martin very much, because not only has he taken care of this place as a contribution to the post office, he takes care of the tremendous amount of work that he does through the BBC for village trees, independent of his normal contract for the village. And what he does with us is what I call estate pruning, in distinction to safety pruning. The village does a lot of pruning for the safety of the tree and for the safety of the lines that go through the trees. Right? What we like to do here with Almstead, because they have a crew that's really good at it, is aesthetic pruning, pruning for beauty as well as for health. And that's what they've done very well for many, many years, non-stop.
And the generosity of villagers. And it's another reason why it's so special.
It is special.
Ready?
That's it.
This is a horn beech tree. We were asked by the Bronxville Beautification Committee to, they had an ongoing project to beautify the front of the post office and asked us to donate our time and services to help reduce this tree. And this has been an ongoing project for the past 3 years to get this to what it looks like now. And we'll continue to, to come back every summer and do the same thing just to keep it in shape. It's a perfect fit for this location because of its natural shape. It's more of a columnar shape. It just needs a little bit of help to keep it that way. It's a bit of a fast-growing species, and it needs to be pruned every 1 to 2 years. To keep it looking the size that it is now. We don't want it to get too big because it is in front of the post office, and it will kind of overshadow the building, and we want to keep it from happening.